Back, just kicking off hour 2 here. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Biz TV. I'm John Tobacco, and I am joined for the second hour again, as usual, my partner Frank Morano, who is at the studios of AM 970 The Answer here in New York City. What's up, Frankie?
Hello there, John. All's well here.
So, I wanted to rant a little bit today. Amazing double standard. Okay, we saw people saying that Michael Flynn got this crazy favorable treatment because the Department of Justice came in and recommended to the judge that they don't want to bring the case anymore against him, and people thought he was getting favorable treatment. Now the judge in that case has fired back and said, well, even though the prosecutor and the defendant have both agreed that they don't have any case against each other anymore, the judge has decided that he's going to potentially investigate further and mete out justice. I know you follow these legal cases better than anyone. What the heck is going on, Frank? How does this happen?
Well, this is so much is going on here, and it's really been fascinating to watch. And I have been following this closely, and I've been an admirer of General Flynn's for a long time. But this should not be something that only Trump supporters are upset with, because remember, he was an Obama intelligence official long before he was a Trump administration official. Remember, he was President Obama's handpicked head of the Defense Intelligence Agency and served in that role for 2 years. I think he served in the Trump administration for something like 2 weeks. So he was, it's very interesting that as soon as someone gets indicted, they could throw that Trump administration label in there and expect immediately negative media coverage. So this is amazing. This whole case is amazing because if you look at the root of what the FBI was purportedly investigating here, they were investigating conversations that he was having with the Russian ambassador, Ambassador Kislyak, after Trump was elected, when it was known that Flynn was going to become the national security advisor, and they were supposedly looking at him for a violation of something called the Logan Act. Now, the Logan Act, for people that don't know about it, is a law from 1799 that nobody has been convicted of in the history of the United States of America. So why the FBI was looking at that is beyond me. Now, let's look at those FBI conversations. One, we see that the FBI actually knew what the substance of his conversations with Ambassador Kislyak was because they had them on tape. And yet the FBI still questioned him about them. So it tells you the FBI wasn't doing this in good faith or to learn anything. They were trying to jam him up. And now the documents released last week show they were speculating among themselves. Do we want to get this guy fired? Do we want to get this guy prosecuted? Now, back then, and don't listen to me, listen to the CNN, which reported this at the time. The FBI said they didn't believe that he was lying. The FBI interviewers believed that Flynn was cooperative and provided truthful answers. By the way, James Comey sent these FBI agents in to talk with Flynn, who's a patriot and actually thought the FBI had the best interests of himself and the country at heart. They tricked him into talking with them without an attorney. Let that be a lesson for everybody else at home. So although Flynn didn't remember all of what he talked about, the FBI said, and this again, according to CNN, that they didn't believe he was intentionally misleading them. So as you point out, the DOJ announces they're dropping the charges. So where does that leave us now? Unprecedented. We're doing two things here, which we've never seen before. One is, even though this is a criminal case, which, as you so rightly point out, the prosecutor and defense agree on the result, which is we don't want a trial.
No case.
We want the convictions vacated. The judge is allowing third parties the opportunity to submit an amicus curiae. Now, there's a lot of trials I'd like to weigh in on, but I've never gotten this opportunity. But it gets even worse.
Right, now, Frankie, but we got to take a quick break right here, and then Andre Frazier is coming back. Maybe we'll pick this up in segment 4. Frankie and I join you in just a minute. Stay right there. Quick break. Andre Frazier, CEO and editor-in-chief of My Worth, Forbes book author, financially free. Right after this.